What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I have a drill that is designed to help you punch more often when you get into those situations when you're face to face, you come around a corner and your enemy comes around a corner and you basically run into each other. The person that punches is the person that's going to win. I always used to go for trying to shoot the guy. I'd try to outmaneuver him and shoot him, and this almost never worked out for me because other people are getting pretty good at punching. I've noticed a lot of people are quite good at this. And I want to be able to counter these people. So I actually practiced this, I developed this drill, and I've been practicing this for a long time. And I've been noticing my success while punching people has increased significantly. I almost never lose those encounters now where I come face to face with somebody around a corner and we take each other by surprise. I attribute my success in these situations 100% to the drill that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's first get into the setup of this drill. So we want to go into a private match, we want to go to game setup, and I like to use the map Riot for this particular drill. I just find it works best because you have a lot of those tight corridors when you get into the inside areas, and that's where we're going to be focusing all of our energy. We don't want to be running around outside, and I just found Riot works absolutely best for this over any other map in the game. You could also use, if you have the DLC, you could also use Urban. This one would work quite well, but I decided to design this around Riot, around the basic maps, because some people don't have the DLC. So Riot is the map that I'm going to choose. We want to play free-for-all, so that'll be our game mode. And now we have to change some options. So essentially, time limit, score limit, you can make them unlimited, or if you want to put a limit on your score or your time, maybe you want to go to 50 kills or 100 kills or whatever it'll be, you can change that for yourself. I like to go unlimited, and I just go until I want to stop. Then for our general settings, we actually don't change anything here except I disabled the kill cam. It just basically forces the bots to get into the match a little bit faster, I think anyways. I don't know. Kill cams aren't really necessary anyways. Didn't change anything right here. Now for health and damage, we want to have normal health. That's key. We don't want to increase the health or decrease the health at all. So normal health, don't really change anything there as well. The part that's really important to change, this is actually a pretty simple setup until we get to this, is we want everybody to be on a level playing field using the exact same classes. So for custom classes, we want to disable them. So you want to go no custom classes, and then we want to create our default loadouts here. And this is going to be one loadout that's consistent through all of these, because if you just do one and there's 4 other ones that are available, the bots can choose those 4 other ones, and we don't want that. We want every bot in the match, as well as yourself, using the exact same class. So this is the class that we're using. Very, very simple. Really bare bones. It's just the Atlas 45, no attachments on it. We have lightweight, blast suppressor, and overclock, and that's it. That's all we need for this class. Everything else is completely unnecessary. We don't want to give them any other guns or anything, just the Atlas 45. And I'll explain that once we get into the actual gameplay itself. So that's pretty much the entire setup aside from the bots. The bots, we want to do 11 bots. We want to max it right out. We want bots running around all over the place. We want them all over the map. And we want to set the difficulty to regular. If you're struggling with regular, then you can go down to recruit. But even me, and I consider myself to be a relatively advanced player, I find regular is more than enough as far as the difficulty, because it's surprising how good these bots, even the regular bots, are at punching you. So you're actually going to get punched quite a bit while doing this drill. It's surprising, but you will get punched quite a bit. If you go to the hardened or the veteran, then they're just going to be melting you with those pistols, and it's going to be very difficult. So I wouldn't recommend going any higher than regular. Of course you can try it, but I just wouldn't recommend it. So that's the entire setup. We're all ready to go now, so we can hop into the match, and we'll start explaining why I chose what I did and what exactly we have to do with this drill. Okay guys, so once we get into the match, what is it we want to do? Well, essentially, the purpose of drills, at least the purpose that I have for my drills, is repetition. We want to develop muscle memory through repetition. So we want to get it so when you run into those enemies up close, you're automatically just going to go for that knife button, whatever it might be. If you have a scuff controller, it might be one of the back paddle buttons. That's what it is for me. But this also works if you're playing with a tactical loadout. You might have to press circle on the PS4 or B on the Xbox or whatever your knife button is on the PC. It doesn't matter what layout you use, as long as you get that muscle memory of hitting that button in these situations. So this is going to be all about repetition. So we're just going to try and punch everyone whenever possible. We are not going to use our gun at all in this, okay? That is key. We're not using the gun, we are only punching. I know the enemies are using guns, but oh well, we can't really force them to only punch. Unless we give them just knives, but I like the punch animation, and I think it's a little bit more realistic when you run into those gunfights and your enemy is shooting at you, and you have the ability to punch. So basically, all we're going to do is run around and punch people. It's as simple as that. Like I said earlier, we want to stick to the inside areas on Riot. You don't want to be up on the rooftops and everything, or in those longer lines of sight, because you're just not going to be able to do very well. You're just going to get picked off. Plus, you're not going to get a ton of punches. All the punches are going to happen inside, and we want to maximize the number of punches that we get in a match because it's all about repetition. So the more punches we get, the more we develop that muscle memory to hit that punch or that melee button when we get into those close quarters situations where we're within punching distance. So it's as simple as that. We run around and punch. And another thing that this drill can actually help with is boost slams. If you get into those situations where you feel like you want to boost slam an enemy, then by all means, go for it. Go for that boost slam. It's great for practicing that aim while you're boost slamming, because that is something that is definitely an acquired skill. It's not something that anybody can just pick up and they're suddenly boost slamming everybody. At least most people can't do that. It does take some practice, so every now and then, if you see an opportunity for a boost slam, go for it. If not, just focus on punching them. Now, you will have to evade their bullets a little bit every now and then, so try to use some lateral movement, try to fake them out a little bit. Just move around kind of in random directions, keep turning around, keep trying to find the enemies within those tight areas, and just keep punching them. Now, the nice thing about using regular bots is if you miss a punch, you're almost always going to get punched. They're actually very good at punching you if you miss that punch. So you want to make sure you don't undershoot your punch and start punching too early, because you'll just get punched right away. And this is great for teaching you that maximum range for the punches in Advanced Warfare. If you're outside that maximum range, you get punished for it, and that's the way it would be in a regular game as well. If you miss your punch, you're usually dead. So just run around, punch these guys, develop that muscle memory, and it's as simple as that. Do this for as long as you want to do this for. I find like 50 kills is enough for a nice little warm-up before playing or something. Maybe you want to go up to 100 kills if you really want to drill this into your head, but that's all you really need to do. So that's the drill. It's as simple as that. If you have any other drills that you'd like me to do, I'm currently working on a reaction time drill. I'm just trying to nail out the specifics for this. So a reaction time drill will be coming eventually. I know a lot of guys have been requesting it from me. It's just really difficult to deal with all the movements and everything, and getting the bots to move in the right way, like finding the right game modes and maps and everything for that to work. But I'm definitely working out the details for my reaction time drill. But if you have any other suggestions for a future drill that you'd like me to do, keep in mind I've already done an accuracy drill, which I will link below. And I've also done a movement drill, a drill that helps you get used to that movement in Advanced Warfare. If there's any other drills that you have, please leave that in the comment section below, and I will consider that for a future drill. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.